Hello and welcome. So today we're going to be planting one of my favourite plants, great mullien, or Verbascum Thapsus in its Latin. It grows in quite rocky, well-drained areas, but it can lend itself to woodland planting like this, provided it's got a good bit of light still. So if you look there, we've got plenty of open skies, and we're also making use of this stone wall here, which is going to give it a bit of extra heat. So we've planted a few in here already. Of course, being a biennial, it's not going to really be established until next year, and that's when they'll flower. To grow them, we sow the seeds maybe about 6 weeks ago. We put them in a tray, and then when they're big enough to handle, we put them into these 9cm pots. And they're quite easy to plant, really. Give it a quick weed. You can see the kind of soil that we put them in. It's quite loose, quite free draining. This has had a good soak before it got planted. And I think we just use a bit of sharp sand in there, but perlite works fine too. I'm just going to go ahead, make some holes. Personally, I don't feed them at this time of year because I don't really need any more growth. I need them just to put some roots down, to settle, and then next spring they can come into growth. All we really have to do is keep them relatively weed free. You can go for quite a big spacing. They can get quite large and established. We'll chuck some clips of we'll chuck in some clips of some that are in the end of their season. It's November now, still flowering away. Planted, just to show you the kind of spacing that we're looking for. The other thing I'd say is if you can put them somewhere sheltered away from the wind, I would do that, because they get quite tall and floppy, and at the end of the year they will get ripped out the ground in severe storms. And they seem to right themselves, but they grow in kind of weird right angle shapes. Of course, you've got these lovely tall flower spikes when they flower, but you've also got this foliage here. And it's nice at this time of year because it captures the moisture, but also it's just quite a nice sensory plant. It feels quite nice to touch. Some people get a mild allergic reaction to it with their skin, so bear that in mind. See how allergic you are to it first. It's quite rare. It's got a lot of medicinal uses as well. I believe an earache oil is made from its flowers and leaves. I believe it's used in smoking blends as well, or it has been historically. And there's even some anecdotal sources that I've read that say they used to scrape that downy, felty material off of it and use it to make candle wicks. And there's also, you also find some sources will say that they would dip the tall flowering spikes in tallow and use them as a kind of makeshift torch as well. I've never tried it, I can't comment on how well it actually works. Now, the reason we're not amending the soil here is because we've got quite a rich soil, so you see how loose that is? It's just lots of leaf mould, lots of organic matter. Yeah, and that's what they like. So that's why I'm not going to amend it with anything. You might give them a spring feed once they start growing. So that's it, we'll get the rest of these planted. And here's the bed a month on at the stone edging in. And there's been some bulbs and stuff in as well. You can see there's the mullien there. Nice and tucked away and established, ready for winter. And that's all there is until next spring. So thanks for watching.